Hey, welcome back to another video. We have to do one black radical versus 20 conservatives. I know that lady, that's Amanda Seales, probably one of the worst black radicals to pick. But okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something too. When you're accustomed to only eating meat and then you switch back to eating anything, you taste all of it. I'm literally eating these blueberries, and these are the sweetest blueberries I've ever tasted. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm not just only, well, I'm not sticking completely, fully to carnivore, but technically I am. But anyways though, y'all. All right, let's get it. Let's go. No time to waste. Boom. And boom.
I am Amanda Seales, widely known as a comedian, an actress, a disruptor, an annoying person on the internet who always tells the truth. And I am now an artistic intellectual who commits myself to making art that educates. And today, I am surrounded by 20 black conservatives. My first claim is it is undeniable that reparations are just and necessary.
All right, reparations, fair, necessary. My question would be, who's going to get it? Why would they get it? And how long are we going to sit here focusing on trying to get reparations? It's been how many years since slavery? 150 years, 1865. Whenever there's a real thing that the country wants to do, they do it. Stop Asian hate. Okay, there's a problem with the Asian hate. Let's draft a bill, sign it, and it's done. Anything needs to be done is done. With us, it's a carrot they dangle in front of us that they don't really want to do. And it's not going to help. We need education.
Let him go. Let him go.
Oh, it's not going to help. No, it's not. We need education. Getting a check from the government is not going to do that. And we need proper education. A lot of us go to these institutions where we're not really prepared, we're not really focused, and we don't get things that help us in the real world. So if you want to help black people, a check from the government, from our tax dollars is going to get raised, because let's be clear, everybody in here is black. We all American, we all got to pay taxes. It'll go to that. So I don't really see how this is going to help us at all.
Okay, well first I'll start with, it will help on even just a moral level. The reality is that the United States has become very comfortable with the fact that it does not consider black people equal, and it shows that in many ways that I'm sure we will discuss over the course of today. But ultimately, there has not been a committed, concerted effort to shifting the mindset around the use of black people as a labor force in this nation back when it was slavery, now in the use of slavery as slave labor in prisons. So on a basic cultural level, reparations are an act of repair. They are an effort to say, our bad, we see you now. We have seen that done with Japanese folks who were put in internment camps. We have seen that done with Jewish folks. We have seen that done even in the case of slave owners who received reparations. When it comes to the use of tax dollars to pay reparations, and this is going to come up a lot today, it's a matter of values, right? For me, my value system circulates around the fact that I think that as a community, we should all be engaged in repair for our community. So I don't think there should be any problem with there being tax dollars spent at repairing consistent efforts that have been made to impede black people. So the reparations you're talking about are not just related to slavery. There's reparations that have been discussed all over this nation in different communities as it relates to particular massacres, as it relates to redlining and the impediment of black people to earn wealth by having property. There's been impediments in various ways that can be repaired. And I want to also just add, there's reparations that are considered a cash payment from a government. There's also the version of reparations that shows up in how funds are applicated to specific groups of people. So there's multiple ways in which what you're stating cannot happen could very well happen.
Okay, now as far as the money going towards certain things is going to help us, let's look at Baltimore Public Schools. They get, I think, the third most money per pupil in the US of A, like $15,000 per student, but yet the majority of the population that comes from that environment can't read, they're illiterate. So we're dumping money on the situation, yes, but yet we're not getting the results we should get from it. Money's not going to help the thing. We need to just focus on what we need to focus on. As far as black people being labor force of this country, what else are we doing? We got 25% of us on some kind of government assistance. 1 out of every 3 black men will go to jail. We got to do something. We got to work with our hands, work with tools, do something, because we're not doing much of anything. And also,
that's where the money gonna come from, dummy. Or you can put the money into the community and that can help the community grow. That's why Trump has that little thing where I don't know, people aren't even talking about this. But where if you have a child, it's like a Trump fund or something like that, where like later on the money comes down the line and it becomes something that they can put into their college fund or something later on down the line. But that's what money is for. You put money into certain communities in order to help the community. You know, I mean, but he's saying it's not. They gave an example from Baltimore, but I don't know. We gotta look more into it, like, because the education system is another problem too. That's a whole nother fucking conversation.
One more piece here. Reparations, again, always ever in the front of us, never gonna happen. As long as you've been living, as long as I've been living, as long as everybody been living, they say we need it, and it never gets done. One more piece.
You just said one more piece, and you added another one. So,
I promise.
So hold on to it. No, hold on to it.
I'm gonna land the plane. I'm gonna land the plane. I promise. Reparations is a thing. Like I said, it's a carrot that dangle in front of us. They're never really going to get it done. And if it was going to get done, it would have already been done.
I agree with that.
Something that they're using to try and make us stay Democrat. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, Democrats
I agree with that.
Not doing reparations either.
This
is not partisan. This is black partisan, baby. Okay?
Well,
this is not partisan.
Who do we vote for? Who do we vote for 90% of the time? There's no incentive.
To be quite honest, you're not talking to a Democrat. You're talking to a radical.
Okay, but let's
land this plane very quickly.
Who do we vote for?
Let's land this plane quickly. You're talking to a radical, not a Democrat.
Okay, and you are your own person.
Let me tell you something now. I don't know what they told you, but if they told you that cutting me off is how we're going to get clicks, stop it now.
Oh, no.
That's not how we're going to. That's not how we're going to interview.
We have a debate.
A debate does not require continuously cutting somebody off.
Okay, no problem.
Now, I do want to state this. You're stating things as it relates to how money is not fixing a problem without acknowledging the fact that the problem doesn't exist in a vacuum. And that there are so many other factors that are determining how that money is getting spent to impede it from actually fixing a problem. You can put all the money into Baltimore public schools you want, but if you are also putting all this money into policing, into communities that are not getting resources, then you are also creating your own conundrum. The other part of this is that when you're saying they, you know, the they is a broad context. And the last part of this that I will say is that you keep saying they're dangling this in our face, they're dangling in our face. Slavery lasted for 400 years. It hasn't even been 400 years since slavery. So should we be only fighting for a quarter of the time to get repair?
All right, I'm so sorry. You've been voted out by the
that ending was, she was making good points in the ending.
Okay.
She was making some good points at the end. She was, really. Oh, okay. This is the guy everybody was telling me about.
Hello, Matt Nuclear?
Matt Nuclear, yes.
Matt Nuclear, give me a better hand.
I'm gonna try to follow him.
I appreciate having this conversation with a beautiful black woman like yourself. This is nice, beautiful.
Aww, that's sweet.
But reparations are necessary. I think the most important thing that's necessary right now for the black community would be the stopping of violence, especially black on black violence. I don't see how reparations is going to solve anything. You can give everyone here like a $50,000 check, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently. A $50,000 check, it's not going to fix anything. It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by 10% or 20%. For example, we have the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even here in the United States. Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time, which is the rate that black people kill each other, according to the FBI.
Oh, young man.
You know, and I want to kill it for her. Let me kill this for her, right? The Chinese Exclusion Act, yes, it definitely did happen. But here's the thing about what happened with the Chinese people. Once something happened to them, it stopped happening to them. Black people, it was a consistency. Redlining, burning of towns, consistency of banking practices that seemed to be going against us, schooling. And there was some of that happened to the Asian community. But the Asian community, it just wasn't. They came over as immigrants, and a lot of them coming over as immigrants had enough money when they came over to actually live decent lives, whereas black people were growing through this as poor people. It's so much to it, man. And I hate when they say black on black violence. People kill people in proximity to the communities that they're in. So I don't understand why they never say white on white violence, because most white people kill white people. Like, but you want cross races who kills the most? White people kill black people the most. If you want to cross races and look at those numbers, white people kill black people the most. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, does something need to be done about the crime? Absolutely. But one of the ways to do it, starting by relegating money into certain areas in the communities that can actually uplift the community, like more jobs, businesses, things like that, to get things going up in those communities.
Yes, white people are the oppressors.
I'm not sure where your education came from, but they lied to you.
Stats
So-
don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there. And particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So if you're going to start your argument on stats don't lie, you've already lost our.
Stats don't lie. They can just be biased. They don't lie. They're just biased. Whatever number they come up with is the number they come up with. She's wrong, actually, right here.
They lie all the time. One, comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of black people to ground themselves in a nation that continues to make impediments for them to show and live and exist in their true citizenship is a false equivalency.
But I don't believe that happens at all. No one here is in.
Are you acting right now? Do you really
I'm
believe
telling
this?
the truth. There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in America. What system is racist? I think the only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism that we've seen, is the application of systemic racism against white people. The University of Western Washington, for example, has been trying to segregate dormitories, using black-only dormitories because black people feel safer amongst each other. But they're more likely to kill each other than white people are ever to kill them.
There are no black-only dormitories. That's illegal. There cannot be no black-only anything or white-only anything on any college campuses. That is illegal. That has been debunked 100% time. He got that
That's just the truth.
He got that talking point from Charlie Kirk. 1,000%.
You have King Von rapping about killing other black men. Why should I think that the white man is the oppressor? When black men are more like...
It's interesting because, speaking of King Von, when he talks about people in like communities, right? Why is the community the way it is? How did the community become the way it is? King Von raps about what he's around, right? But why is the community that way? Why was he born in that environment? Speaking to King Von specifically, he said he wishes he was born with money. He wishes he had a mom that had a lot more. He wishes he had people that could have moved him out, but his cards were dealt differently. Why are his cards dealt differently? Why are black people dealt this weird hand in society? So let's keep going. I like him though.
to kill me.
Oh my
Tell me.
God, this is scary. You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion. So let's check that now.
Okay.
Okay? So on a basic level, we have to understand that systemic racism is grounded in the realities that black people have not been considered an equal human being in this country since its onset. So there's simply no way to make the argument that there isn't systemic racism when we have seen in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off. When we talk about systemic racism, we can start with even the fact that redlining, which was implemented to discriminate black communities. Are you shaking your head that redlining doesn't exist?
No, I'm saying I don't think it really existed at all. I mean, no, I don't think so at all.
So it does exist, and stating that it doesn't exist doesn't make it no longer exist. Redlining absolutely exists. It is not something that's being made up. It's an empirical fact, and there are realities that exist because of redlining. We know that school systems are related to the way that property taxes are affecting the school systems. If a school system is not getting the same property value as the property taxes allow it, then it's not going to have the same efficacy at allowing for students to be able to get what they deserve. When we talk about systemic racism, we have to acknowledge that these private prisons are literally built based on the test scores of school students in third grade.
That's facts.
So if you are literally building prisons with the onset of, okay, if these people are not reaching a certain reading level, then we know that they're going to go down a prison industrial pipeline where we can use their free labor. Then how is that
Wait. While the direct correlation between literacy and education levels and incarceration rates, the claim that the prison planners use that data to describe where to build has been debunked. Oh, she's wrong. It's been debunked.
And if you want to
Stop them from entering prisons.
how are you going to stop people from entering prison if your goal is to get them into prison?
Sure, make them try to be more like Ben Carson than be like King Von. That's very, very simple.
So how does King Von happen? How does King Von happen?
Yes, how does
King
King Von
Von
happen?
happen?
Reparations. Actually, no, let me land the plane. We're talking about reparations, and what you're doing is actually just trying to get this conversation off the facts. And the fact is, reparations are just and necessary because on a basic level, black people built this country, and the country continues to thrive off of the labor that black people put into this country. And it would behoove you, young man, to really understand the way that your ancestors put blood, sweat, and tears into this nation that is still living off of those blood, sweat, and tears. And let me also add, there are reparations and then there is remunerations. Do you know the difference?
Yes, but can I finish one
No,
point that I wanted to
answer the
say?
question.
Ben Carson's cousins were killed at a very young.
I'm so sorry, you've been voted out by the majority.
Okay.
Please return to your
Dang.
seat.
I hope some of y'all are acting. I really do. We in LA, and I hope some people in here are acting.
Nope, they tokens.
Oh, what's that on your chain?
This is corn from Israel.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, you got it. Oh.
That's a choice that you are making for yourself.
Yes. The thing with the whole reparations thing, and I don't know, we're probably close to the same age, so maybe you can't call me.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
I'm 44.
Oh, really? Oh, you look young.
Thank you. That's what water and keeping stress out of your life will do.
Really? Liberal positions are real stressful.
By the way,
For Amanda Seales to say that is actually pretty crazy. Water and keeping stress out your life.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a liberal. Carry on.
Well, it's a liberal position because conservatives believe in hard work. We believe in
They have to box
going
you
to
in.
work and working for what you
Liberals and
got.
conservatives have to box you
Not
in.
asking for
Arms
handouts
though.
Right.
from people who never had slaves. Some of the people that you're asking for money from never had slaves. And let's talk about the fact there were also black people that had slaves. So if you want to talk about
There are approximately
that, how is
3,700
that
free
fair?
black people
If I'm a
who
white
own
person and my
12,000 slaves.
family fall on the side of the Union, why should I have to pay for slaves when this whole country was never all racist? Some of the founding fathers were abolitionists, and they hated slavery, and they actually put things in the Declaration of Independence and things too because they believed that there'll be a future where there would be a black president one day, or that there would be people in leadership that were black. There was people in the North who helped with the Underground Railroad and fought with the Union. So why is that fair for people who never had slaves, who fought against slavery, to have to pay for people that had slaves?
One, from my understanding, you are more interested in preserving the fairness of those who didn't have slaves than the fairness of those who are the descendants of slaves. That is priority to you than finding a fair way to accommodate those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts. They were asking for equal opportunity, and we have equal opportunity in this country. We had a black president, just in case you didn't know. We had a black president, and we had a black vice president. I think she was black. They said she was black. I don't know. So we had a black president, and you know who voted for that black man? White people, because you can't win a popular election in this country without white people. So Barack Obama is the product of white people. So let's get off this thing where, oh, America is so racist. What's making America so racist is people that continue to talk about racism and continue to focus on racism instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward. People that have these liberal mindset are infecting our communities, black people, and making us victims and not victors. I refuse to embrace a victim mentality because that's not what our grandparents and Harriet Tubman and those people fought for. They fought for equal
Do not bring up
opportunity.
Harriet Tubman's name in vain, baby. Please.
This is the
Harriet
Lord's
Tubman,
name in vain.
Harriet
The
Tubman,
Lord's name.
Harriet Tubman was literally saving her family and others from slavery.
Yeah. You know who helped her? White people.
You know who helped her?
They were on the Underground Railroad.
You know who helped her?
Hey, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do another video to this. Y'all tell me if y'all want it, but I'm out though, y'all. Peace.